Pace Setters, fellow Toastmasters, and everyone who is thinking about joining Toastmasters. Today, we are having another episode of Meet Our Members series. And what I wanted to do with this series is to introduce our club members, Calgary Pace Setter members. Today, we have an amazing speaker, someone who came from Europe. He took a lot of executive roles and he aced them all. So let's welcome our guest today, Eva Sefcova. Eva, thank you for joining us today, and it's my pleasure to have you here.
Vesna, thank you so much for such a warm introduction. I'm so happy to be here with you and share a little of my journey at Toastmasters.
Let's start with an easy question. When did you join Toastmasters?
I joined in February 2013. I cannot even believe it's so long ago. I was planning to come only for a few months, and here I'm so many years later in this club.
We've been on this journey together, and I want to see why did you actually pick Calgary Pace Setters?
That's a good question. I went to see first two other clubs. I was downtown, then another one in Calgary, Southwest, and third one was close to my home. I joined Calgary Pace Setters because first thing I remember, when I opened the door, this beautiful lady with a big smile, Rhonda, greeted me at the door. I was so shy to come in even, if you are those people who are shy to go somewhere and meet new people and talk to people. So it was such a welcoming and warm club that she seated me at the front desk or table, and she introduced me to people around the table, and as well she showed us what we are going to do, and right away I felt such a comfort. So that's why I decided to join our club.
Okay, we're going to transition into another question. Why did you join Toastmasters?
So there are two reasons, Vesna. First, I was terrified of speaking in front of two people, not public, two people. I could do no problem one-on-one because I was a personal trainer and nutrition coach, and that was even my work, right? But as soon as I was asked to speak in front of few people, I would say no. And what I found, I had so many different opportunities coming to me, but I was refusing all of them. And the second reason was we had family birthday. My dad had 60th birthday, and my family asked me to speak and give a speech. And I said, you know what? If you make me speak, I'm leaving. And then I thought, gosh, that's ridiculous. I cannot even say a few words to my dad. And that was kind of tipping point. And I said, I'm going to do something with this. And I joined Toastmasters.
Thank you, Eva. And you mentioned already a little bit, but can you tell me what is your favorite part of Calgary Pace Setters? What do you like about this club? I mean, you stuck around with Calgary Pace Setters for 10 years. So what do you like about them so much, or us?
So there are several reasons why I love this club. Number one is we are multicultural. So for those of you who feel English is your second language and you are going to make mistakes, don't worry, because we are all of us together in it. Many people are English is second language, but we have as well people with English as a first language. So that's very helpful. So that's one thing. Second thing is, what I like is you go in your own pace. You don't have to be worried if you are ahead of game or you are behind. Sometimes I'm so busy at work that I cannot take on big role. So I just take something small. So that's what I love. I go in my own pace. And another one is we are a great community. There is always amazing people who are there to support you. If you don't know something, they will help you out. So those are my three reasons.
Right. Thank you. I agree with you. And I actually have a little fun fact about our club. Recently, one of our fellow Toastmasters from the district, found out that we have so many of people that English is second language. And he wanted me to actually do a little questionnaire or ask around and see how many languages we speak in our club. And I think the number was 13, but that was like a year ago. So I don't know if something changed. We should maybe do another survey and see how many people actually speak a different language. But you're right, it is a great place, and we have some people that actually speak English as a native language, and their help is valuable. What is something that you learned and gained from being a Toastmaster?
That's a tough question because I can speak on it for hours, really. That's why I'm sticking around in the club for so long. But number one thing I would say, for me, was a big deal speaking on my feet. So let's say if I met somebody new, I was so shy that I couldn't even come with one sentence. And so speaking on my feet, I would say this is one thing. And second, over the time, I realized that leadership skills are such a huge value for me. Even I didn't come to Toastmasters to learn leadership skills. I came for speaking skills. But over the time, when you're practicing and you're getting comfortable, you realize that you are picking up the roles that will help you maybe in your business. I own my business. So I'm using those tools, what I learned from Toastmasters, in my team. So those two things I think are biggest for me, but otherwise there's so much more I can talk about.
Okay. Yes, leadership skills don't get advertised as much as communication for Toastmasters. So those are great skills to learn. And doing different roles in our club meetings help with that. Tell us something about you that we don't know. And like, I'm friends with you, so I know a few things, but other people might not. So tell us something that you do outside the club, something that people in our club don't know about you.
What I don't know about me, let's see. I'm going to mention a few things. What I love to do is, mostly people know me for exercising, movement. I love any kind of movement. I love hiking in the mountains. I love camping. So our club members know that. Probably they don't know that I love cross stitching. And I do cross stitch only when I find a little bit extra time, because it's never like half an hour, few cross stitches or a few minutes. You have to take like chunk of time to do the cross stitch. So I love cross stitching, kind of meditation for me.
Okay. No, I know I was hoping you were gonna talk about your competitive days from like your younger days. Maybe you can elaborate on that.
Sure. Yeah, I thought most of our members, I would say they know it, but if they don't know, I used to compete as a fitness athlete in Canada. Before that, I was a dancer and skier. So again, everything with the movement. And here in Canada, I was competing in 2 different categories, and those were fitness model and figure. And I loved it, enjoyed it, and then I started to coach as well athletes. So that's maybe something new people will know now.
And you forgot to mention your little puppy. I know that's probably your first love.
Big love, yeah. My little French bulldog Chakra. Of course, I go for lots of hikes with her. Even like 5 to 10K, she can manage definitely, but over that, I would not take her. She stays at home.
Well, I guess I remember that you had an article published in Toastmaster magazine, and it involved you and Chakra.
Good memory, Vesna.
You forgot to mention that. What would you give them as an advice or a suggestion? Or maybe somebody who already joined and they're kind of stuck. They don't know what to do, where to go. So what would your advice be to them?
So my question is, how long have you been waiting for? Because I would ask myself that question back then. You are waiting and waiting. What are you waiting for? Just don't wait for tomorrow, honestly, because tomorrow you'll be like, I wish I did it yesterday or 10 years ago. Because I say that all the time, Vesna, even now, when I see those young people in 20s, they are joining, and I'm thinking, wow, good for you. If I had this opportunity back then, I wish I had this opportunity back then. So don't wait until tomorrow, start today. And even for those of you who are already in Toastmasters, don't wait for another opportunity to take another role or another role in the club. So just go for it, because what are you going to lose? We are just practicing, right?
We're the safe environment where you can make mistakes and learn. Eva, thank you very much for participating in my interview, and I hope that anyone who is thinking about joining Toastmasters found your information and your advice valuable. Don't wait until tomorrow. Join any club, but we want you in Calgary Pace Setters. So see you in the next episode.
Thank you.